Nerderotic.com.
Oh boy. Welcome back to Nerdrotic. My name is Gary Beekler and I come to you from nerdrotic.com, and this is my 31st Captain Marvel video dedicated to Ashley Taylor. Now, Ashley's made a video that's made the rounds that has some of my friends in it. It's got Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, who I consider a good friend. Jesse from Mindless Entertainment, who I consider a friend. Anna, that Star Wars girl, I consider her a friend. Jeremy at the Quartering, I do not know, but I am a subscriber to his channel and I like his stuff. And it's over Captain Marvel and the kerfuffle that the film and Disney created with their marketing. Not YouTubers, not the fans. We are simply a conduit for the fan reaction. Now, Ashley calls us hate merchants. I know it's a hot take. Never heard it around these parts before. She creates a straw man and points out that Jeremy sells t-shirts. Well, I sell t-shirts too. But unless Jeremy's t-shirts or my t-shirts or Anna's say Captain Marvel sucks, or I hate Captain Marvel, or I hate Captain Marvel because she's a whammon, then we're not actually selling merchandise on that particular topic. We cover a lot of topics, as you know, Ashley, and I don't hate anything. I strongly dislike stuff. I find stuff annoying, but I don't hate anything. But Ashley, if we're going to go by your standards, your rules, and, one of the sayings around these parts is don't judge me by your standards, please. But if you're going to judge us by your standards, then you should be above making a video about us. Calling us people who hate women is a very toxic statement. So I don't know how you're improving anything by making a video about us. You come off like you're above this, telling us to get therapy. Listen, I've been to a lot of therapy, Ashley, tons. And it's very helpful. I highly recommend it. So, Ashley, you want to talk about Captain Marvel? Let's talk about Captain Marvel. I'm going to put up the meme right now. I am a former comic shop retailer. I sold comic books in San Francisco for 10 years. I sold a lot of Miss Marvel comic books. I've sold a lot of Captain Marvel comic books, male and female. I am a lifelong comic book fan, and I dare say I have read more Miss Marvel, more Carol Danvers, more Captain Marvel than you ever will. I have read more than Brie Larson has. I have read more than Justin M., the big Captain Marvel fan, such a big fan that he left my wife a 1-star review on her business because of my opinions about a film. I do not hate Captain Marvel because she is a female. I dislike the female character of Captain Marvel because of the way she is represented within her film, the way she is written by the writers, and the way she is presented and marketed by Disney. Now, the Carol Danvers I used to read used to be fun, have a personality. This Kelly Sue DeConnick version is faux feminism. It is superficial feminism that didn't land very well, by the way. Now, you are running with the narrative that this is all fake outrage, that I am simply making this up, that secretly Jeremy and Anna and Ethan love Captain Marvel and we're just doing this for the bucks. No, we actually feel this way. The fact that we get paid for it is brilliant, and I'm not going to apologize for it, but I'm not faking any outrage. And I am a little irked by your video, especially for the hypocrisy that I will show in a little bit. But some of your arguments within the video are erroneous. You're using stories that simply aren't true. The first one, Russian trolls downvoting The Last Jedi.
When The Last Jedi came out, we saw a campaign against the film that was meaner and more organized than anything previously seen. Rotten Tomatoes was brigaded by bots that left thousands of negative reviews. And just as toxic American politics continued to poison all discourse, the campaign against The Last Jedi got so large that Russian trolls piled on to help sow division and forge animosity. This coordinated assault was said to be on behalf of DC fans, and broadly against the Disney-owned geek properties that had nothing to do with race or gender. But this mob conveniently ignored all the films with white male leads. So why does any of this matter? Who cares if something gets artificially downvoted online?
No, there are real people downvoting Captain Marvel. There were real people downvoting The Last Jedi. That argument was debunked in a study by somebody who tried to back the argument up And this was also backed up by the Access Media, as you see right here. Again, Captain Marvel wasn't review bombed prior to its release. Rotten Tomatoes asked a question on their website. Are you interested in seeing this film? And you were allowed to comment. People said they weren't interested and they commented. It was not a review. That you know that, and you're running with a false narrative, trying to back up Disney, who is trying to create truth amidst all the division they created. Now, Ashley, you got a lot of things wrong in your video. I'm only going to point out a couple of them because I don't have all day, but people can certainly go to your video. Link will be in the description to hear all of your errors.
Then it was attempting to create a rivalry with Shazam. It got to a point where Shazam star Zachary Levi made a video telling fans to knock it off and go enjoy both movies.
Completely fictitious, like reviews and posts of Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, and some like trying to pit Shazam against it, and saying they're going to support us and not them because of things that they are, by the way, making up. Things that they're saying they saw some screening and.
Again, you are wrong, Ashley. That was a response to some trolling tweets. Now, I know we are called trolls around these parts, but we're just critics. Ethan Van Sciver pointed this out in one of his videos that I will link in the description, that Zach was responding to this tweet. And this is one of many. I'm the biggest Marvel fan, but I just watched Captain Marvel and I don't know what to say. Glorifying sex trafficking, strategic bombing of civilian populations, and even justifying war crimes? Gonna have to take the kids to see Shazam instead. That's what he was responding to. It wasn't us. Now, for those of you who've never been on the internet before, that was a troll. What we do is just voice our opinion. Ashley doesn't like our opinion. Ashley responded with a video, which is completely okay. I am just responding to the response, and I'm sure there'll be a response to the response, and that's how things go in YouTube. Now, Ashley said this outrage has been created, but the only thing that was created was a wall around Brie Larson and Captain Marvel to protect it because we were making some waves. We were getting some traction, and it was going to hurt their lead-in to Avengers Endgame. So Disney blinked, then flexed their muscles and forced YouTube to change their algorithm, forced NBC Universal's Rotten Tomatoes to change their entire website. But here we go to Rotten Tomatoes, and despite getting rid of 50,000 plus votes, it is still in the negative, and it's not really scoring that high with critics because it just wasn't that good of a movie. I will give you some more facts about Captain Marvel when it comes to the comic books. Captain Marvel, the comic book, has famously been canceled 5 or 6 times. So this is the 5th or 6th or 7th relaunch. I don't know and I don't care. It sold a very respectable 111,391 copies. We know this was padded with 20 plus variants. We know these are units sold to comic shops, not to actual people. And let's not forget overships, something Marvel has been doing a lot more lately. What's an overship? They literally overship the comic and count those numbers as sales. So again, as a former comic shop owner, I will estimate high. I will say 50% sold to actual customers, but the number of customers who actually bought them is probably realistically more like 30 to 40,000. Again, that's a very high estimate because those customers bought multiple copies of the same story because of the variant covers. Now let's go to issue 4, which is more of a realistic number sold to shops. So what happens to Captain Marvel? Same thing that's happened 5 or 6 times before. It goes from number 1 in dollars and number 2 in units sold to comic shops to number 67 in dollars and number 69 in units sold to comic shops, selling 27,423 copies to comic shops. The number that actually went to customers, well, I'm going to estimate high on this one, 12,000. That's right. You could fill up a high school basketball arena with how many people bought a Captain Marvel comic right after a $1 billion movie. Those are facts, Ashley, and it appears that Captain Marvel was heavily cut from Endgame. Another fact, Ashley, as reported by Bounding Into Comics. But another problem with Captain Marvel was Brie Larson herself. And something I've never done in any of my videos that I'm going to do now is something you've all seen before, but I have a new take on this. Of course, this is what pissed a lot of people off.
Am I saying that I hate white dudes? No, I'm not. And I'm also saying I don't hate white dudes. I do not need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him.
Now this is what people heard.
And for the third time, I hate white dudes.
Of course, I edited that to make a point, but sometimes perception is reality, Ashley. But does that mean I hate Brie Larson?
No.
Just a little side note here. I have only watched this entire speech once in its entirety before editing this, and I did notice something that might explain Brie Larson's behavior. Now, this is only speculation on my part. I haven't seen every video on YouTube, so somebody might have pointed that out before. I have no idea, but I have definitely seen that behavior before. I might have partaken in a little bit of the toot in my time before. Makes me think that she should have played the female version of Snowflame. Snowflame, DC Comics cocaine-powered supervillain. Before I get into the obvious reason why Ashley made her video, I will tell you why I made mine. I use the words again of the very wise young man named Young Ripa. Monetize your haters, and that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm sure Jeremy and Anna and Ethan are all going to do the same, and I hope more of you do. Welcome to the party, Ashley. Now, it looks like you're kind of relevant on Twitter, but unfortunately, that doesn't pay, nor does your award-winning job as an editor wherever the hell you work at. Hell, I should say that too. I'm an award-winning comic shop owner. I won Best of the Bay in 2009. I'm going to say that from now on. What the hell? But I digress. Ashley made her video that was condemning hate merchants, people who make money off of faux outrage, although our outrage is real. Well, let's just listen to this.
Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this series and found it really informative. I'm planning on making a whole bunch more videos in the future, but I'm also a really busy editor, so I'll be making them when I can. I set up a Patreon account. You can donate if you like, if you found content worthwhile and worth supporting, or you can just share it with other people or enjoy the videos. Either way is fine with me. But regardless, I already have a Patreon subscriber. I've got Maggie, so that is super awesome. Thanks for helping out, Maggie.
Well, I'm going to help Ashley out a little bit, so I'm going to become a patron of Ashley. Not for $5 though. I'm going to confirm this, and I am now a supporter of Ashley on Patreon. I look forward to much more content like this, Ashley. I'm just going to give up on the fact that I'm going to quit making Captain Marvel videos. There is a Blu-ray coming out, and there will be special features, and I'm sure there will be plenty of content to go over there. Plus, Ashley's going to make more videos. She has 4 patrons now, thanks to me, and I suggest the rest of the Fandom Menace go ahead and support her. Give $1 for Ashley so she can make more videos like this. Everybody, if you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe. We have a lot of new subscribers, and so does Anna, Jeremy, and Ethan, and Jeff, and so many others. Why? Because people found us. It's not like we're going to their houses and shoving our videos in their faces, but I guess that's what Ashley wants to think. Another hot take that Ashley is using is that we're all alt-right trolls. Well, I invite absolutely everybody to watch a few of our videos. Anybody in the Fandom Menace, and then you tell us if we are alt-right trolls. Who is spinning the false narrative? And that really tells you where Ashley is coming from. If you're a centrist, you're an alt-right troll. If you simply don't want politics in any of your entertainment at all, if you're a political atheist, you're an alt-right troll. That sounds fundamentalist to me, and it sounds like political bigotry. Everybody have a great day, and may the free folks sing songs of your greatness.